Olympian Katie Ledecky has demonstrated her prowess at the 2020 Tokyo Olympics and continues to prove that she's one of the greatest swimmers of all time. From her early start in the sport to her future plans, here is the untold truth of Katie Ledecky. Winning gold at the Olympics is a big deal, but even knowing that Katie Ledecky has won 5 gold medals at the Games doesn't provide a complete picture of just how good she truly is. Over the years, she's actually racked up 15 gold and 3 silver medals at the World Championships, to be precise. Ledecky also holds 3 world swimming records in the 400-meter and 800-meter events, as well as in the 1500-meter events. In fact, the outlet noted that in 2018, she broke her own record for the 1500-meter freestyle, shaving 5 seconds off her score. No one in the history of female swimming has won as many awards as Ledecky. Fellow Olympic swimmer Rebecca Adlington told the Florida Times-Union, "She is rare, and I doubt we'll see anyone like her for a long time."
I felt really confident going into that, and it's just amazing.
Katie Ledecky's track record is impressive, so much so that some people over the years have been skeptical that she could have accomplished all of her impressive feats on her own. Her record-breaking times have drawn accusations of steroid use, even though there's no proof of it. In 2016, ESPN reported that Ledecky had gone through dozens of different doping control measures, not only in the US, but also at international competitions, never failing a single test. Ledecky has held her head up in the midst of all the suspicion, but that doesn't mean it hasn't bothered her. Not only is she adamant that she doesn't use any banned substances, but she's also not thrilled with how people who are caught doping are treated. Ledecky told ESPN, "It's annoying and frustrating when you see athletes that do dope, and sometimes they're not punished harshly enough. It has never crossed my mind to dope. It's not who I am." A supportive family isn't necessary for success, but it does help, and Katie Ledecky is particularly blessed. The Olympian comes from a close-knit family who has her back no matter what. She told the Stanford Daily, "I'm lucky to have a family that loves me whether I swim really well or swim poorly, or don't swim at all." Ledecky shares an especially close relationship with her big brother Michael. He made it clear that he sees her as a sister first and foremost, rather than as an internationally famous athlete. When he told Vogue, "She's extraordinarily ordinary in some respects. I mean, the way she carries herself, the way she goes about things, there's no drama or anything like that. She's just always very dialed in." Ledecky, for her part, credits her brother's work ethic as an inspiration and told Vogue, "I've always looked up to my brother for how hard he works. I started swimming with him, and we had a lot of fun." A lot of parents put their kids in swimming lessons just in case they ever find themselves in the deep end of a pool, caught in a riptide, or shipwrecked. In those situations, swimming can save your life, something that Katie Ledecky's mother knows all too well. Ledecky was enrolled in swimming lessons because her mother Mary had been put into lessons as a child after her older sister nearly drowned, according to ESPN. As a result, learning the life-saving skill turned into a family tradition. The outlet noted that Ledecky's mother excelled at the sport and went on to join the swim team at the University of New Mexico and was a nationally ranked swimmer whose freestyle skills qualified her for nationals 3 times. Once she had kids of her own, she decided to put both of them into swimming lessons as well. Both Ledecky and her brother Michael proved to be talented at the sport. While Michael didn't go on to be an Olympian, he did swim throughout high school. Clearly, swimming genes run strong in the Ledecky family. The world has known for years that Katie Ledecky is a powerhouse in the pool, but what many don't realize is that swimming isn't the only sport in which her skills reign supreme. In her younger years, before she decided to pursue a future in swimming, she played other sports, including basketball and soccer. However, Ledecky eventually realized that she needed to focus her skills on her true passion. She told Bethesda magazine, "When I was 9 or 10, that's when I started dropping other sports. I started going to swimming over basketball or soccer, but it wasn't like a conscious decision like, let's quit basketball, let's quit soccer, let's just do swimming. I just started leaning towards swimming and focusing more on my swimming." An injury, however, is what really cemented Ledecky's decision to prioritize swimming over other sports. After she broke her arm in gym class, she realized future injuries could impact her future in swimming and told ESPN, That's kind of when I started thinking, I really like swimming. I'm going to not risk playing other sports. Katie Ledecky works hard to accomplish her goals, but she's not what you would call a perfectionist. In fact, she takes a very healthy approach to training and competition, acknowledging that failure is not only a part of life, but also something to learn from. She trains hard, but recognizes that, as she explained to Forbes, even the bad days have something good that comes out of them. It's a philosophy passed on to her from her coaches. As Ledecky told Forbes, "One thing my coaches say is that I fail spectacularly in practice, and that's something that I actually work toward." Winning Olympic gold at 15 and becoming one of the most famous swimmers of all time would have been enough to turn Katie Ledecky into a celebrity, but her down-to-earth, wholesome demeanor has also made her an exceptional role model for millions of people all over the world. While this might be daunting to some who find themselves in such a position, Ledecky has taken it in her stride. Ledecky told the Stanford Daily, "I take great responsibility to use my platform in the right ways, with the right people, and for the right people." Ledecky's many accolades include being named one of Time Magazine's 100 most influential people in 2016 and making it onto AP's list of top female athletes of the 2010s. Ledecky has some important advice for young people who look up to her. As she told The Guardian, "Education is really important. So I remind kids to read a lot, study hard, do your work." Many people were skeptical when Katie Ledecky announced her decision to go to college. As ESPN pointed out, she was potentially giving up millions of dollars by going to school instead of turning pro. But that didn't bother her, so Ledecky started classes at Stanford University in 2016 after competing in her second Olympics. She told the outlet when she was 19, "I want to go to college, get my education, and swim in college. I'm not concerned about money at this point. I enjoy representing my team, my country, my family, myself. I don't think at my age I need to represent something more than that." Attending college and putting off going pro so she could remain eligible to swim on a college team had always been Ledecky's plan. Per ESPN, she did swim for Stanford for a couple of years, although she turned pro after the 2017-2018 season. The political science and psychology major graduated from Stanford in 2020. No one could blame Katie Ledecky for feeling like she was under constant pressure, especially after being thrust into the spotlight at such a young age. Yet, miraculously, her fame and goals don't induce panic in her. The key to avoiding feeling pressure is planning. As Ledecky told Vogue, "People always ask, 'Don't you feel the pressure?' And I really don't feel it. I've just always set goals."
Come on, no pressure?
No.
When it comes to setting those goals, Ledecky isn't afraid to go big. In fact, her advice is to shoot for the moon. She told Today, "Set goals that, when you set them, you think they're impossible, but then every day you can work towards them. And anything is possible, so keep working hard and follow your dreams." Katie Ledecky has a strong support system and is goal-oriented, both of which have helped her accomplish extraordinary feats at a young age. But those aren't the only things keeping her rooted. From an early age, Ledecky was grounded in her Catholic faith, and this faith was only reinforced by attending Catholic schools. As she told the Catholic Standard, "My Catholic faith is very important to me. It always has been and it always will be. It is part of who I am, and I feel comfortable practicing my faith." Ledecky noted that her faith has been a strong presence in her competitive career. In fact, prayer is another thing that helps her keep stress at bay. As she told the National Catholic Register, "More than anything, praying just helps me to concentrate and let go of things that don't matter in that moment." Katie Ledecky is serious about training and refuses to let anything get in her way. When the 2020 Summer Olympics were moved to 2021 because of the COVID-19 pandemic, the athlete found herself quarantined far away from her family and without access to training facilities because of lockdowns. While some athletes may have been tempted to take some time off from training, or perhaps not train quite so hard, Ledecky rose to the challenge. She trained in the backyard pool of Todd Speaker, a former college All-American swimmer she met through one of her coaches. Ledecky trained alongside Team USA member Simone Manuel and told the New York Post, "We thought it was going to be a very temporary thing, maybe a couple of days. We ended up staying for 3 months." Professional athletes often retire young as their strenuous lifestyle takes a toll. In fact, swimming every day has various effects on the body. Swimmer Pro notes that the average swimmer peaks in their early 20s, although there have been instances of Olympians competing in their 30s and 40s. Will Katie Ledecky be one of them? While it seems like she's been in the public eye forever, don't forget that she was only 15 when she made her Olympic debut in 2012, so she's still quite young. Given Ledecky's substantial talent and determination, it seems likely that she will defy the odds and compete for years to come. Ledecky herself certainly has no plans of retiring. She told NBC of her Olympic goals, "I'm going to continue to swim beyond 2020, hopefully to at least 2024, and maybe beyond to 2028. While Ledecky will be 31 in 2028, there's no reason she won't be able to compete. Michael Phelps also competed in his first Olympics at the age of 15 and continued until age 31. Then there's Dara Torres, who at 41 made history as the oldest swimmer to ever compete in the Olympics. For now, though, we'll just have to wait and see what the future holds for Ledecky. While Katie Ledecky may not have any immediate plans to retire, it's certain that she will retire one day. While swimming has been a huge part of her life, she does have a lot of plans for her future. Don't forget that she's a Stanford alum. She also hopes to rack up more degrees, although she's unsure what she wants to pursue just yet. As she told the Washington Post, she has a lot of interests and is considering continuing her education in business or law school someday. Whatever Ledecky does after she leaves competitive swimming, we're sure it will be impressive. Her family has a long history of academic and professional success. Her maternal grandfather was a World War II combat surgeon, while her paternal grandfather held a doctorate in mathematics. Ledecky's mother is a former hospital administrator, while her father is an attorney who graduated from Harvard and Yale Law. With that kind of academic history, it was clear to the family that Ledecky wasn't going to skip college for the sake of pursuing pro sports. Ledecky's dad told ESPN, "The way our parents believe in education, it was a no-brainer Katie wasn't going to turn professional." Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more list videos about the Olympics are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.